Once upon a time in ancient China, there lived 3 old monks whose names were unknown, as they never introduced themselves or preached any doctrines. People simply referred to them as the 3 laughing monks because all they did was laugh. These 3 always traveled together, wandering from village to town. Upon arrival, they would say nothing, merely standing in the central square and bursting into hearty laughter. Their laughter was peculiar yet profoundly contagious. Initially, villagers were puzzled, but soon, no one could resist. They too began to laugh. Before long, the entire village was filled with laughter. The elderly, children, merchants, and passers-by all were swept up in this wave of joy. Once the laughter had permeated the area, the 3 monks would quietly depart, continuing their journey to the next village. Though they never spoke a word, the message they conveyed was deeply profound. Life is worth laughing at, enjoying, and savoring. To them, life wasn't a burden but a grand cosmic joke, and laughter was the most sacred prayer. For many years, the 3 laughing monks traveled across China, spreading joy and happiness wherever they went. Without uttering a single word, without delivering sermons or imparting teachings, their laughter and presence became a living lesson, allowing people to grasp a profound truth: that life need not be taken too seriously. Just smile, for that might be the most sacred act. Then one day, upon arriving at a village in the northern region, one of the 3 suddenly passed away. The news shocked the villagers. They gathered in large numbers, abandoning their work, as everyone wanted to witness the reaction of the 2 remaining monks. They assumed that this time, the monks would grieve, perhaps even cry over the loss of their longtime companion. However, what transpired was entirely unexpected. The 2 monks laughed louder than ever before. Their laughter echoed throughout the village, leaving everyone astonished. When someone approached and inquired why they weren't mourning, the monk spoke for the first time. Yesterday, on our way here, he bet that he would be the first to die, and today he won. Moreover, the deceased monk had left a will stating that there was no need to change his clothes for the funeral, as he had never allowed worldly dust to taint his body, thanks to his laughter. And when his body was placed on the pyre, a miracle occurred. Fireworks exploded into the sky, as if he had orchestrated this final jest, a parting gift to the world. The silent crowd suddenly burst into laughter. Amidst the smoke and colors, they realized a truth. Perhaps the reason we exist in this world is simply to laugh. As the deceased monk's body was placed on the pyre, the villagers remained puzzled as to why his clothes weren't changed, defying age-old customs. But then, the 2 remaining monks smiled and explained. He once said that he never let worldly dust cling to his body, because laughter was the purest garment he wore each day. He left behind not only a pure soul, but also a final gift to the world. As the flames began to consume his worn robe, something extraordinary happened. Fireworks suddenly shot into the sky, bursting in vibrant colors, dazzling in broad daylight. The explosions echoed, the lights dazzled, and everyone was stunned. It turned out he had secretly prepared this farewell, a final joke, a last smile, offered to those left behind. No one could suppress their laughter. The villagers gradually began to chuckle, first hesitantly, then wholeheartedly, until their laughter resounded across the sky. They understood that this was not a funeral, but a celebration of life, a testament to the spirit the 3 monks had brought. Joy is the most sacred aspect of human existence. The message from the story is simple, yet profound. Perhaps we come into this world not to suffer, worry, or endlessly struggle. Maybe the simplest purpose of life is to laugh, to enjoy each moment, to prevent sorrow from clouding our hearts. Next time you face a seemingly insurmountable problem, try standing before a mirror, looking at yourself, and laughing. You might realize that laughter doesn't erase the problem, but it lightens the burden. For only when we can laugh are we truly alive. And that is the greatest legacy the 3 laughing monks left to the world. The story of the 3 laughing monks is not just an amusing anecdote, but also a profound reminder of how we approach life. In a world filled with pressure, anxiety, and busyness, we sometimes forget that joy is a choice, and laughter is the invisible healing medicine that everyone possesses. These monks didn't preach, didn't proclaim truths. They simply laughed. Yet their laughter resonated far and wide, touching hearts, prompting generations to reflect. They didn't deny suffering, didn't escape reality, but they taught us that, in any circumstance, we can choose to view everything with gentle eyes and a broad smile. Life isn't always easy. There will be times when we stumble, get hurt, or experience loss. But when you feel discouraged or stuck, remember those 3 monks. Try standing before a mirror, looking directly at yourself and smiling. Not to pretend everything is fine, but to remind yourself that joy is the root of life. Sometimes just a sincere and relaxed smile is enough to shift your mood, rekindle the light in your heart and in those around you. Therefore, if there's one reason for our existence in this world, perhaps it's this: to laugh, to live each moment fully, and to spread that joy to everyone. Finally, the story of the 3 laughing monks concludes with a simple yet profound message. Perhaps the greatest purpose of life is simply to laugh and to keep laughing. Laughter doesn't eliminate all difficulties, but it changes how we perceive problems. Once you can laugh amidst what seems most serious, it's not indifference but inner strength, knowing how to accept, let go, and cherish each unfolding moment. In the hustle of life, you'll encounter countless pressures, from work, family, relationships, to personal aspirations. But remember, everything is temporary. Only your emotions and attitude endure. You can choose to live more lightly, with a smile. Next time you face trouble, don't rush to complain or worry. Instead, try looking at yourself in the mirror and smile, even just a little. Initially, it might feel awkward, but soon you'll realize that laughter can soothe even the deepest wounds. Those 3 monks needed no sermons to teach people how to live. They used only one tool: laughter. And that made them spiritual masters, leaving an indelible mark on countless hearts. So start today. Laugh more, not for a reason, not under conditions, just because you're alive. The story of the 3 laughing monks isn't just an entertaining tale, but also a mirror reflecting a simple yet profound way of living. A way many of us have forgotten amid the rush of life. Without lofty teachings, they used laughter to awaken human souls. While the world tirelessly seeks life's meaning through success, money, or power, the 3 monks remind us that pure joy is the most sacred thing. Perhaps that's why this story continues to be passed down, despite lacking specific dates or named characters. Because it touches the core within each of us, the desire to live lightly, freely, and fully. If today you feel tired or stuck, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath and smile. Remember, you don't need to wait until everything is perfect to be happy. Joy isn't a reward after achieving something. It's the journey, the way we choose to live each day. And if you find this story meaningful, keep it in your heart. Sometimes, just sharing it with someone who's feeling down, you've sown a new seed of happiness in their life. Thank you for listening to today's story. Keep smiling, live gently, and never forget, we are alive, and that's reason enough to smile. Life is inherently challenging, but how we approach it is a choice. The 3 laughing monks didn't promise to erase all suffering. They simply offered another option: to view life through laughter with a light and relaxed mindset. Sometimes you can't change your circumstances, but you can always change your reaction. You can choose anxiety or choose to smile. That smile isn't to escape reality, but a profound wisdom, knowing that everything comes and goes, yet you can remain steady and peaceful. Their story is a small gift for you, to remind you that amid the complexities of modern life, there's still room for simplicity, genuine laughter, and a vibrant life without needing many reasons. So, live a bit more lightly, laugh a bit more, and spread that joy to those around you. No matter who you are, where you are, or what you do, laughter is always the bridge connecting you closer to inner peace. Thank you for listening to today's story. If something touched your heart, don't forget to share this story with others. Perhaps it'll be their first smile of the day. Continue on your journey, a path not without challenges, but never lacking hope. Ordinary but Brave wishes you serenity, happiness, and abundant laughter in every day of your life.